Hello, hello, and welcome back to our another episode of our podcast, Passion Unscripted, where me and my co-host, we are talking more about love and passion and everything in between. And if this is the first time you're tuning in, hello, and my name is Irina Portnova. I'm a manifestation star, and I can help people to tap into their attraction style just to see how can you actually attract the ideal partner to you and be the attraction magnet going forward and experience the best love life. And I'm here with my co host, Dina Alexander. And Dina, tell a little bit about yourself and we'll dive into the topic.
Irina, happy fun day, which is a new
Woohoo! Monday, fun day! Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I am Dina Alexander, and I am now on the island of Aruba, born and raised here on the island. I am an intimacy coach and a relationship coach. I do believe that sex or intimacy is the foundation of a good relationship. Every relationship, not only partnering between a couple. I think
Mhm.
that's the most important area in your life. That's where I help you to make it juicier, sacred, and everything else. Hi, Al.
Yes, hey, thanks for coming in. We are super excited, and whoever is watching us live, we just want to welcome you in this space. If you want to say hi, just say hi. Don't be shy. I love the way I talk and just rhymes, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into the topic because it's a very interesting topic, and obviously, it was suggested as always by sex coach Dina, and the topic is Madonna-Whore Complex. And I just wanted to share a couple of things about it because this is the topic that challenges the norms of the society because we want to explore how deeply ingrained these beliefs and how they impact our relationship and self-perception, right? Because when we talk about Madonna, it's somebody who is pure and nurturing, or we talk about the whore, this is somebody who is sexually open and free. That's exactly how these are two terms served in terms of understanding. But it's what when we are going to talk today, how can we actually maintain the balance, because it feels like it always goes to extreme, you either this or that, and how is it all can be combined in order to really balance the energy and be what we meant to be, do not feel like we are not enough or when we are feeling that we are too much. All right, and Dina, I'm giving you the mic. Let's have the conversation.
I love this. You know why? Because there are a lot of stuff that's going to come up today that will
Mhm.
open up some minds. Maybe you are um, with me, and maybe you are not. And it's good if you can share it in the comments, because if you are not, it's okay, because we can agree to disagree. And
Mhm.
but at least we spoke about it. We we put it out there, and for us to make because some people do have problems with this madam whore complex. Okay, so it has a roots, it has an history, there is an origin. Okay, and it has to do a little bit religion, and it has to do with a little bit of beliefs. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm going to the Madonna, the pure virgin, or the seductress temptress. There are other names before in the religion of Catholic, before Christ. So they had Eve, but a lot of people don't know about Lilith. So I'm going to touch a little bit about it, because the majority here on the island, the majority of the people are Catholic, and in the world, Catholic is very is the most greater population of the world. Okay, like a virgin. My favorite Madonna song. Yes.
Yes, that's the song that comes to my mind. Yay!
Yeah. So Eve was the woman chosen by God for Adam. But Adam had a woman before Eve, and that was Lilith. But it's nowhere to be found, almost nowhere to be found. It's a little, not so much written on that. So Lilith was the woman that was not from the rib, was not, um, it cannot, she was not, how you, there is, she was the seductress one. So
Mhm.
Adam could not hold her in place. She had her own beliefs, her own. She knew who she was. She had a self worth. So she could
She
not.
didn't follow anybody. She was a leader her own.
So
Boom! The mic drop.
this girl was not mentioned anywhere because
Mhm.
she was not supposed to be that girl. There weren't supposed to be that girl in the on the world. So a little bit more about the Aphrodite and the Artemis in the god in the Greece goddesses were also like their own type of woman. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how this belief, even though we are not Catholic or we are not from Greece, we do have that in our beliefs, kind of. Okay, so I've been looking at reality TV by the name of Love is Blind. Okay, and there is what they do. They do. I don't know if you follow them. I do. I do like to look at them because there are some things that are real. Okay, and there are some things that are act. But I like the energy between Dave and Lauren in this last episode. Okay, Dave has a little bit of problem because Lauren, a couple of weeks before she entered this reality show, she had a fuck buddy, and she's open. She had a fuck buddy. She wasn't in love. There were only fuck buddies, and he has a big problem with that. How can she register for a program that she's prepared to get married, because these people get married, and but she had a boyfriend 2 weeks ago. So it's like, but if the positions were reversed, if she was Dave and Dave was Lauren, then that was possible. I'm
Mhm.
certain of that. So, and that is where Madonna-Whore Complex come in, because it exists in men also. Okay, because the psychiatrist Freud, do you know
Mhm.
him? Uh-huh.
Mhm.
He talks about the the male anxieties about sexualities and relationship with their mothers. Okay, these are controversial. Okay, because the men, the woman that they marry should be as virgin as the Madonna of their mother, and the whore, they go out and look for it, pay for her. They will never be sexually attracted or do the things they really want to do with their Madonna and virgins in bed. So I'm going to open the floor for you because Al is so silent now. He is not talking to us.
Elle, yes, what's up? Talk to us. You know what? What comes to me? Yes, you're right. It's like on both ends, right? And obviously, like man side the way they want a woman to be, right? And women also trying to fit in into that ideal image of the wife, and that's, I think, where the desire and passion actually disappears, because if people are not open, about their sexual desires, if they are not open to talk about it and actually experiment, that's going to turn out that a man eventually is going to start looking, or depends what kind of woman it is, right? If a woman is more open minded, she might also go on the side and look for somebody who can satisfy her fantasies, right? So the idea is, why do we have to go through that, right? Again, for the society, it's more normal. Okay, let's keep everybody in these boxes. But then again, everybody becomes blind and close their eyes on the reality. What if a man is start, like having the affair because he is not met sexually where he wants to be met at the household? It's considering okay, but it's not okay for a woman to be open and also experience the pleasure together with the man. That is something that really we want to talk about and bring it forward, right? Because again, a lot of women might have the desires, but they are too scared to even voice them out,
Yes.
because again, the fear of judgment and the fear of being misunderstood. And again, it all depends what kind of surroundings they have. If they have like all these old fashioned, like people around them who are saying what's right, what's wrong, and a lot of things come up as, like being fitting into the society rather than like actually being honest with yourself, and just kind of break free from every expectation and start testing what is there for me, and asking yourself these questions: what kind of love life do I see for myself, and how I want to experience that with the partner that I have.
Yes, I love it. I love it. That's the what I want to emphasize on. Okay, the psychological and emotional effects on women. Al did state something. Let me read. Hearing you, I love to hear elaboration on whore complex. Yes, yes, I know. So I'm going to elaborate a little bit more. So these psychological and emotional effects on women, I'm going to jot them down. There is internalized oppression. So women can internalize this complex, leading to self-judgment and difficulty integrating different aspects of their own personality and sexuality. Okay, so they don't know who they are in bed. Simple. Okay, so the another point is shame and guilt. This
Mhm.
complex can create feelings of shame and guilt around sexual expression, particularly for women who don't fit the virgin or the whore category. I don't feel I'm not a virgin because I like sex and but I don't, I'm not sensual, I don't dress sexy, and where do I fit? Okay, so there is shame and guilt. Another point that I want to highlight this complex bring into in the arena is low self-esteem.
Mhm.
The link between this complex and low self-esteem, as women may struggle to reconcile societal expectation with their own lived experiences. So you see something out there, but in your bed, it's not happening. That's what it gives you low self-esteem. Okay, and it's not real what you're seeing out there. Okay, it can also, another point that this complex can bring towards you is your relationship difficulties. This complex can impact relationship, making it difficult for women to feel comfortable and secure in intimate partnership. And that's, in my practice, it comes a lot through that door. Women just don't feel comfortable. Okay. And the last point that I wanted to share is the culture, movie, television. Um, they perpetuate Madonna-Whore Complex through stereotypical portrayals of female characters. For example, Madonna, the Madonna singer, okay? she portrays both the virgin. She sings about the virgin, but she dresses and acts and dances like the whore, and people don't see it. Okay. um what comes up, Irina? What comes up in you?
Okay, a couple of things.
Right.
First of all, by you mentioning shame and guilt, and for everybody who is there to learn and to grow and to learn about awareness, when we talk about what do we attract into our life, and I always start with our frequency is the level of vibration, and it actually matches what our emotions are. So if we are talking about how do we attract a better partner, how do we attract a better sex life, how do we attract a better love life, right? We want to vibrate on a higher frequency. What does it mean? It means that if we look at the emotional scale of consciousness, because emotions actually equivalent to our frequency of vibration, if we look at that and we notice on that scale, the lowest vibrations, Dina, believe it or not, are shame and guilt, are the lowest vibrations.
I'm totally with you. Totally with
and
you.
and that's exactly where it's coming from, because if we think about it, right, so a lot of people are living, especially women, right, like living in that shame, because again, how does society look at it, like where these beliefs are coming from, right? How is family going to judge them, or how like their partner is going to look at them? So there is a lot of shame and guilt around it, because again, they were not raising their awareness how to be open and how be okay by communicating their needs and wants.
Yes. I like it. I like it how it goes. Another thing that I skipped during my sharing is what social media and advertising is doing at this moment with women. Okay, using this complex to sell their products, and often certain products, they advertise the purity or a sexual desire, and if you're not pure, the pure that they are talking about, then you will internalize it like and you can get a trauma. And it
Mm-hmm.
goes also with sexual desire. These products that are being used as for sexual desire, and you don't feel it, you will think that you're lacking, and it's not true. It's not the truth, but they are
Mm-hmm.
advertising it. So I wanted to discuss how this complex contributes to sexual double standards, where men are often praised for sexual experiences while women are stigmatized. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's open the floor between you and me and share maybe some juicy story, and I'll start. Okay, I'll start. I a couple of no, I think last year I got a couple here on the island. They were on vacation, and they got to know they had problems, and they got to know me. They were referred by a client of mine to come to my office. So I gave them a discovery session. And the men, right during my discovery questions, he stated he married this woman without having sex with her, and after being married with her, they had problems, and still they have um, sex problems, because she was raised as a nun, almost as a nun, a religious person. Okay, so um, he wanted a religious person, so a virgin in as a woman, but she was never trained, because I do understand when you are talking about frequency that attracts everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, if you don't know your body, and there's where I come in, the education, the sexual education, getting to know your body physically, because you have two bodies, one energy and one that is physical, you have to get to know this body. You need to feed it. You need to feed it also with education sexually, and nurture it in that area also. If you don't know yourself, then it's going to be very difficult to be the whore if your man has that as a fetish. So it has um, a stereo, a double standard. So what comes up in you?
Nothing really.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing is coming up for me. I'm just kind of paying attention, but like if I talk about like my personal life, there was never shame or blame or any guilt when it comes to the bedroom. So I guess it's all about how comfortable we feel about ourselves, and this is something that we can actually build on that confidence. That's what I teach people to do, because again, confidence doesn't come from anything from the outside, it comes from within, right? So the same thing when sometimes women are not comfortable to undress because they are not comfortable about their body. So it's all about it. You do not have to be perfect, but if you love your body the way you love it, trust me, your partner is going to love it too. So it's all about the energy that we exude, and the energy that we exude and the confidence that we carry within. That's exactly what makes us more appealing and attractive and more alive. So
Yes.
that's yeah, that's exactly what's coming up. But I totally agree with you that if we do not know our bodies as women, we cannot really expect to have that beautiful sexual life, because we have to know ourselves first, not expecting our partner to know what to do with us, right? That's why a lot of men, they want the women who are not just laying down in the bed. They want a woman who is a part of the play game, right? And this is something that we are training ourselves, and it's all about curiosity, it's all about staying open-minded, it's all about experimenting and experiencing, because that's the life is all about.
Yes, I like it. I have L. We have L stating something here. Men tend to go for paying for sex as to them. It is their urge to get somewhere their girlfriends or spouses are not giving them as and whenever they want it. True, and it's vice versa, L. It's vice versa. It's not only men. So nowadays I have that also. Some women, they want more, and the men are too tired to provide, or they don't know how to provide that what they're wanting. Okay, so what about the time? Do we have still
Yeah,
time?
yeah, we still have 8 minutes, right? You know what comes to me, I just wanted to share the tip, like where to start from, right? Because again, we want to give some tools so the our conversation has more value. And the first tool that I want to give everybody who's listening is the awareness, right? Because once we recognize that there is such a complex as Madonna-Whore, we want to see how it's showing up in our current life. And we start by asking where those beliefs actually originated in us. Was it from our family? Was it from the media? Or was it from the religion or our upbringing, right? So that's the first tool that we want to explore, like really starting questioning, where does our awareness come from? And how can our beliefs be shifted in order to experience something different? And another tool that I wanted to give is start having the open communication, right? Because communication is the key, and we keep talking about it all the time. It doesn't matter what area of life we are touching, communication is the key to everything. That's why we want to talk to our partner about the desires and see if we notice any judgment. And then we learn to practice to be vulnerable and learn how to listen without the judgment. And another tool is understanding that we can be nurturing and sexual at the same time. We do not have to label ourselves good or bad. We can be both at the same time.
Yes, I'm totally with you. I like your tools. I want to provide a tool also. I
Yes, absolutely. Let's do that.
The Madonna-Whore Complex is a beautiful way that I can give this tool. If you are categorizing yourself as the virgin, I need you to level up the whore part. Okay, get yourself a bullet, get yourself a vibrator. If you don't know what kind, um, schedule me in and I'll help you out. It's zero cost. It won't cost you anything. It's free of charge. So if you are more into the whore, and then you can schedule me also, because then you have to work on the spiritual, the sacred part of the sexual energy. And that's very simple. And I use very tantric tools and specific ones because it's a very broad area and there's a lot of information. Some are good, some are not good outside there on Mr. Google. But I do use for a couple of years already my special techniques, which I can provide if you schedule me in, and we'll talk more.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely love it. And I just wanted to close our conversation today with the thoughts that Madonna-Whore Complex is a lens that many of us didn't choose, but we can choose to remove it. When we embrace all the parts of ourselves and encourage our partners do the same, we open the doors to authentic, passionate connections. And you don't have to choose between being loving and being sexually empowered. You can actually have it both. And I think Elle said something. Bit
Yes.
sadistic. Some people got go for whores as they do not know whether the other partner having disease or not. Your opinion on that? You want to share?
Okay, let me read it again. Bit sadistic. Some people go for whores as they do not know whether the other partner having diseases or not. Your opinion on this? So I don't really understand, but I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
go with my heart. So men go to whores because they are lacking. There is a void, something in them lacking energy. Okay, so if you want to talk more about that, you need to make an appointment with Irina or myself because you need to raise your vibration. By raising your vibration, you will see that the urge to to go to a whore to fill in that part will diminish or even go away. Because it's only void that we have, that we think we have because we are vibing on a very low frequency. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
how I can express or respond to this question in a holistic way. Okay, diseases are low vibrations. If
Mm-hmm.
some diseases can be um, corrected or even go away if you just raise your vibration. Okay, so this is not something that Dina is telling. It's scientifically proven. Okay, so that's how.
Yes. And I just wanted to wrap up today's episode saying that if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear that. Remember, sharing is caring. And let's keep that conversation going, right? Let's just, if you want to continue the conversation, DM me, DM Dina. And don't forget to come back next week to watch and subscribe to our channels. And also, we wanted to say that come back on the next episode because it's going to be very cool. We are opening up the floor for Q&A, ask sex coach or ask manifestation coach any questions that you have. So we would love to see you with us. Elle, thanks so much for coming and showing up. Truly appreciate you. Sending you lots of love and light. And for everybody who is tuning in, watching us live or in the replay, I salute you. I want to celebrate you for stepping out and want to know more about yourself so you can enjoy yourself more in the area of love and in the area of passion. All right, thank you so much and see you all for the next episode, Q&A time. And if you want to, you could drop the questions beforehand so we can address them. All the best and see you next time.